Hello everyone, this is Sam from Language Atlas, and in this video I'd like to show you the 625 most common German words Anki deck. Now in this video I'd like to show you three things. First, I'd like to show you the course structure of the Anki deck. Second, I'd like to show you the course content, and I will do so by showing you three Anki decks. And third, I'd like to show you some brief editing options. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, of course, we have to begin with double-clicking on the correct Anki deck to open it. However, I have already done so, and as you can see, it is right over here, 625 most common German words. I'd like to get started with my first point, which is to show you the course structure. Just click on this icon over here to maximize it, to open everything. And you can see that there are 4 chapters. Chapter 1 is pronouns. Chapter 2 is verbs. Chapter 3 is adjectives. And chapter 4 is nouns. So if you go to chapter 1 pronouns, you can see that it consists out of subject pronouns. So I, you, he, she, it, we, they, them. The most essential pronouns you need to know in the German language. Chapter 2 consists out of verbs. Now these are the most important verbs, the verbs that you'll use on a day-to-day basis. Think of to be, to have, to go, to love, to like, those essential verbs. When we go to chapter 3, we can see that there are actually 2 subjects. We have, of course, the first one, adjectives. Now this deck consists out of the most important adjectives. Think of big, small, tall, short, beautiful, ugly, those kind of adjectives. And of course, there's a colors deck as well. Now this deck has the most important, most essential colors that you'll use on a day-to-day basis. Red, blue, green, yellow, black, pink, those kind of colors. And then we have chapter 4, nouns. You can see there are many subjects, and this is where most of the sentences are in this deck, and it's kind of the focus point of this deck. You can see there are nouns related to animals, related to art, to beverages, body, all the way to nouns related to time and transport. So this was it for the course structure. Now I'd like to show you the course content, and I'll do so by showing you 3 Anki decks. I will take one of every chapter except pronouns, because I think it's a very simple deck and you'll learn a lot more by seeing the other ones. So I'll go to chapter 2, verbs, and I'll just click on verbs to begin with this deck. So after I've clicked on it, I'll click on this button over here, study now. And you can see the following. Now this is the first question type. You can see that there's a sentence. There's a blank area right over here. There's the English translation, and a part of it has been underlined and bolded. So this is here. So you have to know what here is in German. And again, there's a picture over here. Now, why is this over here? It's for you to create a visual association with the sentence, and this will help you remember the sentence a lot better. So, do you know the answer in German? Let's find out.
Kannst du mich hören? Hören.
As you can see right over here, we have the correct answer. Now this is the correct German sentence. This is an IPA notation of the German sentence. So if you really want to know how to pronounce things in German, you can see the IPA notation. Then we have an English translation of the German sentence. If you want to click, if you click on this button, you can hear the German sentence again.
Kannst du mich hören?
If you go below a bit further, we can see it's the verb. We can see the IPA notation of the verb and again a translation. And if you want to hear the verb, you can click on this.
Hören.
So this was the first question type. We can do another one. And again, you have to know how to say to count in German. And you can see the German sentence, translation, and then picture.
Sie lernt gerade zu zählen. Zählen.
And again, it's the same principle. You see German sentence, IPA notation, translation, and audio, and then the same thing for the verb. Draw. Do you know how to say draw in German? Let's find out.
Du kannst gut zeichnen. Zeichnen.
And again, it's the same thing that we've seen. This was the first question type where there's a blank, and it's up to you to know what goes inside the blank area. Now, I'd also like to show you the second question type, and you can see that there are many, many sentences for you to practice. I'd just like to show you a few. But now I'm moving on to the second question type, which is, we've seen the sentences before, there's a blank area, but now we have to type in the correct answer. So let's see what happens if you're not really sure about the correct answer in German, and so you just type something in. What happens then?
Kannst du mich hören? Hören.
So in this typing exercise, you had to type in the correct answer. But as you could see, I made a mistake over here, and Anki marked this mistake in red. And over here, you have the correct answer. So for the second question type, you have to type the correct answer. And Anki will show you if you had it correct or not. Then over here, there are things we have already seen before. Again, let's say that we didn't really know what to do, and we made a mistake. Let's say we did, you really didn't know.
Sie lernt gerade zu zählen.
But let's say you did know the correct answer.
Du kannst gut zeichnen. Zeichnen.
As you can see, if you had the correct answer, it is in green. So there are a lot of type in the correct answer questions as well. And this is the second question type. So the first question type was know what goes inside the blank. And the second question type is you have to type in the correct answer. So now I'd like to go to chapter 3, adjectives. And I'd like to do some adjectives with you. So again, loud. You know what loud is?
Ihr seid zu laut. Laut.
And it's good that German is quite similar to English. As you can see over here, the answer is almost the same. Let's do another one.
Sein Charakter ist hässlich. Hässlich.
So we did ugly. You had to know ugly in German. One more. Sick. What is sick?
Er ist heute krank und kommt nicht arbeiten. Krank.
Krank is sick. So I hope you knew that. Of course, if we move on, we see the same sentences again, but then you have to do the type in the blank kind of exercises. Now I'd like to go to the final deck that I'd like to show you, which is chapter 4 nouns. And I'd like to just choose one as I can't handle all of them. So go to society and I click on study now. And you can see over here, it's the same concept, but you will encounter a little surprise. So you have the wedding over here.
Die Hochzeit ist wunderschön. Die Hochzeit eine Hochzeit.
And you can see that the noun is color-coded in pink. And why is this the case? It's because German is a gendered language, and there are 3 genders that you need to know. Der, which is masculine, die, which is feminine, and das, which is neutral. Now, this is a feminine noun, as you can see by die, and it's color-coded pink. Now, this color code will help you remember the gender of the nouns a lot better. So this is kind of a way for you to learn the language in an even more efficient manner. And again, everything else is the same. Please note that you can see the definite and indefinite articles before the noun. And again, the color coding over here. We see another sentence, blanks over here, and then the war. Let's see what happens if we click on Show Answer.
Der Krieg ist vorbei. Der Krieg ein Krieg.
You can see that the war in German is masculine, hence it is blue. So again, you see a color coding over here. And then we have the baby's sex is female.
Das Geschlecht des Babys ist weiblich. Das Geschlecht ein Geschlecht.
And you can see right over here, it's neutral, das, so it's in green. So all the nouns have been color coded. And again, if you were to continue, you would see all the type in the blank kind of exercises. So that is it for the second part. Now I'd like to show you the third part, which is the brief editing options. You can see over here that there are some things such as new and do, and you might think, hey, and the numbers, and what do they mean actually? If you go over here to this icon and you click on options, you will have a new field that will pop up. And you can see there are two areas over here which are very important for you. You have new cards a day and maximum reviews a day. Now, new cards a day essentially regulates how many new cards you see a day. So if you click on 50, you will see 50 new cards every day. Then you have your maximum reviews a day. Now this regulates how many reviews you see every day. So you have already practiced a question before, and then you're going to review it the day afterwards or some period afterwards. And this is the amount of reviews that you'll have a day. So cards that you've already done before. So you can change this as well, and if you click on save, you have saved it. Now again, I like to go back, and you can see that it's right over here, the things that we've just changed. And you may think to yourself, hey, what is the correct number? How do I know what the correct number is? And my advice to you would be to start with a low number. So you can do 20 and you can do 10, for example. Now, why do I recommend this? Very simple, because if you've just started to learn a language, the most important thing for you is to create a habit. And if you start with a lot of cards a day and have many reviews a day, you might feel a bit overwhelmed, and this would cause you to not continue. So my advice is start with a low number and then work your way upwards. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. You can go to languageatlas.com for more information. If you have any questions, please feel free to write it in the comment section or to just write an email to me. This has been Sam from Language Atlas. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best. You can go to languageatlas.com to get the deck and have a great language resource at your disposal. Thanks again, and I wish you a very good day. Goodbye.